Hey team, it's Justin again coming at you with the second video in our 2022 updates. So this is going to be our updated organizational structure for 2022. So currently, I think you guys know this is our structure or how you progress in the organization. You see starting on the left, you have team member, then you go to advanced team member, trainer, team leader, assistant coach, and coach. I think we're all familiar with that progression. Some pros to this are, again, just like wages, there is a clear path for growth. And then two, the checklist system really encourages you all to own your own development. But as we were assessing this for 2022, as our organization is growing, he said there are some cons to the way we're doing this right now. First of all, we think there's too many levels of leadership, which makes it difficult to develop all of you like we should and then hold each level accountable. Second con would be we're kind of fuzzy on the role clarity. So if you think about it, a team leader, what does a team leader actually do? What does it look like for a team leader to thrive? Same as an assistant coach. What's an assistant coach do? And what's it look like to be successful as an assistant coach? We just want to create some more clarity there. And then three, the current system forces some people to operate outside of their skill set if they want to move up. So a great example here is say, hey, I'm a trainer. I'm working full-time. I love Chick-fil-A. I'm passionate about training. I want to keep moving up in the organization. However, I have no desire to lead shifts. And quite frankly, I don't think I'd be any good at leading shifts just based on the way I'm wired. If you're that person, you're kind of stuck in the organization with the way we currently run things. So we're going to revise our structure with three goals in mind. One, we want to flatten the structure some so there are less levels of leadership, which makes it easier for us to develop you like we should be able to and then hold you accountable to that job description. Two, we want to create more role clarity around what each leadership role does. So what is my job and what does success look like in that role? And then three, this is big, we want to really elevate the role of training and standards within our organization. That's an area we have a lot of opportunity. So a few questions. How are we going to flatten out the org chart? Well, this is big. Okay, we are going to combine the current trainer and team leader role into one new role called the training and standards lead. How are we going to create role clarity? We are going to rename roles so that they more closely resemble the job function. Example, a trainer or team leader is now going to be called a training and standards lead. So what's your role? Oh, well, I'm a training and standards lead. Well, how do you know you're successful? Oh, well, I do a really good job training others and leading them and executing our standards. Do you see how the name really informs the function? Same with assistant coach. I think before it was kind of muddy, like, oh, what's the difference between an assistant coach and a coach? And how do I know I'm successful? We're just shifting that to shift leader. What's my role? Well, I'm a shift leader. How do you know if you're winning? Well, I'm leading really good shifts. So the function is just in the name. And then this is big as well. We are going to be renaming the coaches. We're going to be renaming those roles to directors, just because it kind of more properly informs what they do. They direct a day part, they direct training, they direct a schedule. Then the head coach then will be called the restaurant director. Last question here, how are we going to elevate the role of training? Well, so the new training and standards leaders will be on the same level within the organization as the shift leaders will. So whatever you have in mind for trainer, team lead right now, kind of get that out of your head, and we are elevating that role. We are elevating its importance in the organization, and we're elevating the expectation of what it means to be a leader in that role. So here's what this all looks like on paper. This is an updated org chart. So you can see starting at the bottom, so blue stands for back of house, red stands for front of house. So like normal, we're going to have team members, then advanced team members, and then we're actually going to, before you get promoted into one of our leadership roles, we're going to do a quarterly leadership training class. And then once you go through that, you'd be moved either over to shift lead or a training and standards lead. And then above those areas, the roles aren't any different, just the titles have changed. So AM, PM director, scheduling director, training director, and then restaurant director. So, and I'm going to post this in the PDF of this in Slack as well. So, questions. When will this new structure take effect? The new structure will take effect January 1st. So until January 1st, everyone's going to continue to have the same role and title. 2, big question. How and where will I fit within this new structure? So if you're a leader, your restaurant director, formerly known as head coach, is going to be reaching out to you to discuss how and where you will fit in within this new structure. And I've posted a link to all the job descriptions for the new roles in this Slack channel that we have. What's happening with checklists? I know that's going to be a question. So we are updating the entire checklist system and training development system. Probably won't be completed until the end of the first quarter, hopefully before then. So think end of March. So in the meantime, keep using the checklist. They're a great tool to still help own your development. And then beginning in January, we are going to be doing a quarterly leader development class for all those interested in leadership who meet the qualifications. So my encouragement to you guys is just please know the desire behind all these changes isn't just to create change for the sake of change. It's really to create as much clarity as possible within the organization to better serve you all and then to better serve the business. It's just so important as we continue to grow and add more team members and grow in sales that we continue to create more and more clarity in the business. And then 2, I know there's going to be a lot of questions. I may have missed something in this slideshow, but the most important thing you can do is reach out to us to discuss. We want to have a conversation. Change can certainly be difficult, but it doesn't have to be. The most important thing is that you reach out to us so that we can listen to you and hopefully answer any questions or concerns that you may have. So I know this was a little long, a lot of information here. You can certainly listen to it again. Don't hesitate to reach out to myself and your directors with any questions you have. Hey, thanks, guys. Look forward to seeing you this Sunday at the Christmas party.